Does the latest news about the housing market have you questioning your plans to sell your home? If so, perspective is key. Here are some of the ways that a trusted real estate professional like me can explain the shift that's happening today and why it's still a seller's market, even during the current slowdown. Fewer homes for sale than pre-pandemic levels. While the supply of homes available for sale has increased this year compared to last, we are still nowhere near what is considered a balanced market. A recent article from Calculated Risk helped put this year's increased inventory into context. It shows supply this year has surpassed 2021 levels by over 30%. But the further back you look, the more you'll understand the big picture. Compared to 2020, we're just barely above the level of inventory we saw then. And if you look all the way back to 2019, the last normal year in real estate, we're roughly 40% below the housing supply we had at that time. Why does this matter to you? When inventory is low, there is still demand for your house because there just aren't enough homes available for sale. Homes are still selling faster than more normal years. While homes aren't selling as quickly as they did a few months ago, the average number of days on the market is still well below pre-pandemic norms, in large part because of the inventory being so low. The graph uses data from the Realtors Confidence Index by the National Association of Realtors to illustrate this trend. As the graph shows, the pre-pandemic numbers, shown in blue, are higher than the numbers we saw during the pandemic, shown in green. That's because the average number of days on the market started to decrease as homes sold at record pace during the pandemic. Most recently, due to the cool down in the housing market, the average days on market have started to tick up, back up slightly, shown in orange, but are still far below the pre-pandemic norm. What does this mean for you? While it may not be as fast as it was a couple of months ago, homes are still selling much faster than they did in the more normal pre-pandemic years. And if you price it right, your home can still go under contract quickly. Buyer demand has moderated and is now in line with the more typical years. Buyer demand has softened this year in response to the rising mortgage rates. But again, perspective is key. Getting 3 to 5 offers like sellers did during the pandemic isn't the norm. This graph uses data from NAR going back to 2018 to tell the story of this shift over time. Prior to the pandemic, it was typical for homes sold to see roughly 2.5 offers, shown in blue. As the market heated up during the pandemic, the average number of offers skyrocketed as record low mortgage rates drove up demand, shown in green. But most recently, the number of offers on homes sold today, shown in orange, has started to return to pre-pandemic levels as the market cools from the frenzy. What's the takeaway for you? Buyer demand has moderated from pandemic peak, but isn't disappeared. The buyers are still out there, and if you price your house at current market value, you'll still be able to sell your house today. Bottom line, if you have questions about selling your house in today's housing market, let's connect. That way, you'll have the context around what's happening now, so you'll be up to date on what to expect when you're ready to move.